have, in fact, more news coming in. It's a big implication as far as the Supreme Court's Jananayagam move is concerned. Let's take a look at what is now being looked at. Jananayagam makers must wait till the 20th of January. So the movie is not going to be released. The possibility of the movie getting released before the 20th is absolutely not there anymore. No hope there in that sense for the makers of the film. High Court order to stall movie stands. Essentially, there will be a status quo, Anaga, when it comes to stalling the release of the film. So it's a temporary setback, of course, to Vijay's political ambitions as well, how one can look at it. This, an expectation that there would be a release of this film on Pongal, a movie which is now being said to, of course, have political undertones, as many of Vijay's films in the past also, isn't it?
Well, surely, in fact, many of Vijay's films in the past have had the political undertones. For example, Marisil, which also locked horns with the court, had similar scenes of GST portrayals, which again BJP had objected to. Not just that, even his previous films like Talaiva, Sarkar, so many other films that Vijay has done has always been leaning, leaning towards politics and governance. Likewise, Jananayagam is also a film that portrays Vijay as to being the savior of the poor, someone who uplifts the poor and protects the state, protects the country. So that's the kind of portrayal that Vijay has enacted, has inhabited in this film Jananayagam, which surely portrays Vijay in, as a chief ministerial candidate, as the next chief minister of Tamil Nadu. In fact, incidentally, Vijay's name in Jananayagam film is also TVK, named after his political party Tamizhaga Vetri Kalagam. So many similarities on that front. Even the car which Vijay uses in that film says TNCM 2026. That's the number plate. In fact, so many such instances that portray Vijay as to being the next chief minister of Tamil Nadu in this particular film. That could also have been one of the reasons why the censor board has taken this matter up into its own hands and thereby stalling its release. If in fact the release is pushed by a few more months, then moral code of conduct will come into place for elections. Then surely the film can't find its release until elections get over. So this is the high stakes battle that we're talking about. 500 crores that KVN Productions has invested in this particular film. They were eyeing for a Pongal release, but turns out for this entire month, Jananayagam is very, very unlikely to find a release. In fact, Jan 20th is the date when Supreme Court has given to the Madras High Court to finally take a call on this matter. So hopefully the Madras High Court on Jan 20th will decide the fate of Jananayagam. In fact, a lot of fans of TVK as well have taken to social media and have launched an online smear campaign against a lot of other filmmakers like Sudha Kongra, who directed Parasakti. She also went on publicly to say that the TVK cadre, the TVK supporters are now harassing her online, bullying her online. So that's the kind of extreme fanfare and frenzy that is when we, whenever we talk about Vijay. We saw the kind of crowd that he had when he was in Delhi for CBI summons. Even when he went to Malaysia for an audio launch, Vijay has this kind of crazy fan frenzy support everywhere he goes. So, so certainly Jananayagam's release will be one issue that will be closely watched out for by everyone in Tamil Nadu in the entire country.